Hey guys, Martin Lieben here, the head CrossFit coach at Experience Momentum's 40/30 CrossFit. Just here bringing you a quick little movement video, all right? Where we talk about the pistol, so your single leg squat, pistol squat. A lot of times people have a hard time with this movement, not just because of strength, but also balance, coordination, agility, mobility, flexibility. A lot of things going on in that. So if you're not familiar with what a pistol squat is, it's where I'm balancing on one leg here. I'm keeping one leg out in front of me, all right? So that leg that's in front stays up off the floor. So what I'm doing is from this pattern right here, balancing on this back leg, this leg stays up. So a lot of hip flexor, a lot of motion here in this leg that also needs to be strong. Hands out in front, I'm looking to drive myself down into my squat, squatting on this leg, this foot stays up. Bring myself right back up. That motion right there is going to be fairly challenging. So what we're looking at doing right now is giving you a couple of things that you can work on to get better at that. So first thing that I hear a lot of times is people say that if you can back squat your body weight, you can pistol, which is not really true. There's a lot of other factors that go into that, all right? So what we're looking at is if you can back squat your body weight, you might be strong enough to do a pistol, maybe, but the balance, the flexibility, and the mobility might not be there, okay? What we're gonna be looking at right here is a couple of things that you can do on your own or here in the gym to get better at your pistols, all right? First thing that we like to look at is, can you lunge? If you can lunge, great. If you cannot, what we're going to do is use a box here, and we're going to do a split squat, or a Bulgarian style split squat. So with your foot, one foot out, other foot reaches back on top of the box here. So you see how I'm on the top of my foot, not on my toe. So on the top of this foot, I'm looking from right here to see if I can draw that back knee down towards the ground, feeling that stretch in this hip flexor here, and using the strength of this leg, this glute, to stand myself back up. What I'm looking to do right here is get down, get back up, get down, get back up. So I'm using that to help not only strengthen that single leg, but also to stretch and lengthen out that hip flexor on that back leg, which is going to need to be engaged when I'm holding that leg up. Really good for strengthening the leg while I'm doing my pistol, okay? Another thing that we can look at is somewhat of a modified pistol that we use here often. So we've done a video about this in the past, but if one leg is here on the floor, free leg, just kind of wrap that around that base leg there, keeping that foot off the floor so it's not on the floor here. I'm holding that leg here, just kind of wrapped around my calf or Achilles. This is going to create a little bit more stability for my squat while still just using the strength of this base leg. So from there, allows me to still get down into my squat and bring myself back up. So I'm using all the same activators in that base leg as I would be in a standard pistol, just the balance and mobility is not quite as severe, okay? One other thing that we can look at here, so if I'm using a box, we're looking to go not just a step up, but a little bit of a modified step up here to kind of keep the tension on the posterior chain, the glutes and the hammies as I'm doing my pistol. So what most people do is get that foot loaded on the box like this, which is great, and then they just stand themselves up onto the box, tap, come right back down. Don't mind my balance right there. So what we're looking at is if people are here, they're pretty much just using quad, just using glute. Hammies aren't really working as much. So when you're in the pistol, your entire lower half is really working. Hips, quads, glutes, hammies, all of that. So we want to make sure that when we're doing a movement that's going to help aid that it really works towards it, okay? So what I'll have you guys do, get to the box here, kind of start up on your heel a little bit, so heel fairly close to the edge of the box. I'm going to start up on the heel, tilt the hips back. So just like you're reaching your hips back towards the wall behind you, right? From there, you have hamstring tension. From that point, you're just going to shift that weight forward until you feel that tension stay there in that hamstring, okay? And that's going to be the position we want to stand up from.